Oh, you guys
Hey,
say hi
all
to
right, there it
Michael.
is. Make some noise. How's it going? Obviously, the seat remaining is yours. It's pretty simple, right? That one's yours.
Yeah.
How you doing
Sorry.
today?
I was just petting like the most adorable puppy on the
Where
planet.
is that, Lucy?
Oakley or Lucy?
Oakley.
Oakley. Oh, where's Oakley?
We got another one for
Over
you
there.
back there.
Do you really? Where?
Lucy, Erica, hold up Lucy.
Can you bring Lucy up here, actually? No? Okay, can't bring Lucy up here. I guess we can't bring Lucy up. Never mind. We'll do that later.
So crazy about puppies. It's
Do you
a
have
real
a
problem.
puppy of your own?
I do.
Okay.
He's
what do you got?
he's a German Shepherd English Retriever,
Whoa.
and he looks like a lab. But I got him a year and a half ago, and he's 90 pounds now. And he's massive, and I love him. He cuddles
But
me.
he probably
his name?
acts like he's like 9 pounds.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
He like sits on my lap still. Like when I come home, when he was young, I used to get on the floor and have him lay on me, and now I still do that, and he'll just put his whole body on top of
And he's
me.
like your size.
Yeah, his name's Samson.
Samson.
Yeah.
Where's
love
Sean
it.
at?
Are
Sean, are we
yeah.
rolling? Are we good? We didn't really, because here's what happens. Dogs.
Sorry, I
no,
just
it's
like
crazy.
come in here and start talking about dogs.
It's crazy. We've done this before. You can take a puppy anywhere, and
And
it throws
derail everything.
everything off. It doesn't matter.
When we were coming here today, this woman in line at security had a puppy husky,
Those are-
husky Malamute, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's not nice,
I'm-
ma'am. That's not nice.
Can't do that to people and ruin their whole day because they're never going to see that puppy again.
We saw a dog yesterday wearing sunglasses walking down the street.
Actually, you know what?
It
I'll pull
was-
this up right now.
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's cute. That's actually happening in real life right now. There is a dog.
Wait, you have a picture?
Yeah, he got
I-
a video.
Genius.
I named her Deb.
Instagram
Deb.
at Worst Anthony. Just saying. See, just
That looks like a Deb.
So Samson needs sunglasses.
But let's try if we can to get this on track a little
Yes,
bit.
please.
So,
Sorry. I'm
first
sorry.
off, Anthony, Carla Marie,
Yeah. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Julia
Welcome.
Michaels.
Nice to meet you guys.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming
for
in
hanging out
today.
with us on Power
Thanks for
93.3.
having me.
Seriously.
Now, this is cool. Normally, when we get to talk to an artist, their album's either been out for like a week or it's about to come out. Very rarely do we get to hang out with the artist the day of.
I know.
So congratulations, first off, because that's
Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And
But-
we're not calling it an EP. We're calling it a mini album.
And
Yeah.
I love that. But why? Explain why are we not saying EP? Because I don't even understand what EP means or what it is or why people put out EPs opposed to a mini album.
Full length, or yeah. EPs are usually 3 to 4 songs, and it's kind of like an introduction, almost like here's who I am, and then an album is typically 9 to however many songs you really want it to be. So I have 7 songs,
Yeah.
so it's
Okay.
technically in the middle, which is why I'm calling it a mini album.
I love it.
And it's called Nervous System.
It's called Nervous System.
Why?
Well, one, because I am a nervous system, and two, all of the songs are sort of connected like a nervous system.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. They all work
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And so this is, if anyone has ever seen any reviews that I've done, I don't take a lot of notes.
Okay.
I usually have like the person's name so I don't forget because I'm spacey.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I actually wrote down for the first time all of the songs on the album.
Oh, wow.
Or the mini album, I
Yes.
should say. And I listened to all of them this morning when it came out. I was on the iHeartRadio app going through each one.
Amazing.
And this is going to sound weird.
Okay.
With the exception of, I think, 2, they're all kind of about crappy relationships. Either in a crappy relationship, ending a crappy relationship, or coming out of a crappy relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
How bad have
all
your relationships
chronicalize
been?
My one crappy relationship.
So it's all based on one. That was
One
gonna be-
person.
Yes.
Does this
Got a lot to say, guys.
You just Taylor Swift this person really hard.
Pretty much.
does
Sorry.
this one person know all these songs are about them?
Probably. We spent a long time together, so probably.
Okay. And for people who may not be familiar with you yet off of Issues, even though it's one of the biggest songs of the year, you kind of came into your own as a songwriter.
Yeah.
And a lot of the songs that people loved 2 years ago, a year ago, you wrote a lot of those songs. Sorry, Justin Bieber. You've written how many? 3 songs for Selena? 4 songs for Selena?
I've done, I think, 12 songs.
12,
for Selena.
way off. 12 songs for Selena.
Give or take.
How we come on the air every day and we do our morning show and we just go ahead and do it and boom, it's done. But how much time do you actually put into doing a song when you just said 12 songs for Selena? I feel like that would be my entire life.
It depends. Actually, some of my biggest songs that I've co-written or been a part of has been written in an hour under.
That's crazy.
yeah, because we just kind of do everything, just kind of stream of thoughts.
It's
And
incredible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Well-
I've been very fortunate.
So when Justin and Selena both dropped their songs, which they worked on with you, they were obviously going through a really public breakup and all the fallout of that. Were they singing about their relationships or your relationship? Like, did you write the song and it happened to work for them, but you were writing it for yourself, or did you know you were working with them and you said, "I'm writing the song on behalf of you"?
I think
Does that make
everybody,
sense?
yeah, of
Okay.
course. I think everybody puts a little bit of themselves into everything. Even if an artist doesn't write the song, if they can find their own perspective in it, then it's their song. And as for that whole situation, I think people are going to assume anything that they're going to assume.
Right.
Yeah.
She could be singing about a moose, and people are automatically going to assume that it's about
it's
a particular
Bieber.
person.
Yeah.
I mean, not even him necessarily, but just,
Yeah.
anybody, so, yeah, I think it was kind of just everybody's perspectives.
Well, when you were writing Nervous System, this was one of the first times you actually sat down with a collection of songs that you're like, okay, these are mine and I'm going out with them.
Yeah.
How was that different than when you think, all right, someone else is going to take this?
It's funny. There's just a certain feeling you get. Sometimes I'll write a song that feels like me personally, but sonically and stylistically doesn't feel right.
Okay.
And it will feel more like something else or somebody else. And then there are moments when it all just sort of comes together, like the things in the production and like just small little things will all add up to something that feels really special. And then I'm like, oh, this feels right. This feels like me.
So then, if certain songs don't feel right sonically, what if you were to describe your sound to someone who had no idea who you were? If you just walked up and this person came out from under the rock they were living under, what is your sound? What is the sound you try to put out there? Like, I've listened to the mini album. I know what the sound is, but
Yeah.
if you were to describe it,
I would say that my sound is lyrics. I like to keep everything kind of minimal around what I'm saying because that's what I want people to hear. So I think most of it is words, and then the production is just kind of a nice added texture to tell the story.
okay.
Yeah.
So almost underproduced just to get the message across.
Not even underproduced, just very simple and minimal.
Wait, do you remember? I just remembered the caller. We had that time, that mom who called in and requested Issues.
Yeah.
And we put her on there, and she's like, I just want to hear that Julia Michaels song Issues and dedicate it to my daughter. She's a teenager, and she's got a lot of them.
Oh
and
my God!
We were expecting it to be like
So
this
sorry.
nice thing. And she's got a lot of them. We were like, oh my God, Mom.
Mom.
Burned by mom on the radio.
But we're like, okay, that's great. Thanks.
Amazing.
So I was like, if we ever talk to her, and I'm looking at her like, I remembered something. I gotta tell you.
Genius.
So-
Go,
By
Mom.
all. Yeah.
And we mentioned that today is the mini album release day.
Yeah.
But how does a girl from Iowa end up in LA writing some of the biggest songs in the country and coming out with her own mini album?
Well,
How did it? Where was that
Yeah.
one moment where you're like, this is happening right now?
Well, I moved to LA when I was really young. So I actually just started with poetry. I always really loved words. And then my mom got me a little keyboard when I was 12 or 13. And then I just learned how to play shit chords and just put all my poetry to music. And then my sister would sing kind of template vocals around the city. So if a songwriter wrote a song and wanted to have somebody sing it like that artist, they would hire someone like my sister to come
cool.
and sing them. So I would follow her around the studio all the time. And then I started doing demos just to try and make money and network and meet people. And then when I was 16, this woman, Jolene Bell, asked me if I could write songs. And I was like, I like to pretend I can. And she was like, well, we should write sometime. And she was kind of the first person to give me my start. We did a theme song for Disney when I was 17 called Austin and Ally.
Yeah.
And that was really the point where I was like, oh, this isn't just something that I like to do. This is something that I love to do and that I could actually,
Like, this is going to be
good at.
life.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's crazy.
And that was kind of the first moment for me.
So how do you feel today now that it's out?
The mini album?
Yeah.
I was like, Austin and Allie? Awesome!
Great show.
It feels amazing. I definitely took this one very serious because it's the first impression that everyone is going to see of me. And, you know, because I'm a songwriter, I feel like there's just a little bit more pressure there surrounding me. So I wanted to make this just as me as possible. I didn't use any songs from previous years. I wasn't like, oh, this song's great from 2 years ago. Let me put this on here.
So this is now. Like, this is
all
you
of these songs were
now.
written in like a month and a half. Wow. Just literally going down the line of my last relationship.
Like, you
and
realize
just getting it all out as fast as I could.
How
while it was
incredible
fresh.
that is. Like, how there's probably no other artist that can say that and it's out.
I'm
and
sure
here
there
it
is.
Oh, yeah, you probably wrote it for them.
No.
Well, when Issues first came out, I remember there were so many interviews with you and so many stories of you saying, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want it to be me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a songwriter. And Sia was kind of like that, too,
Yeah.
for a while. And then it's like, you guys come out here and you just take over. And
Oh,
we
thank
love
you.
it. And
Thanks.
what was that point where you said, okay, I can do this?
That point was actually when I wrote Issues. I've always kind of had confidence issues when it comes to singing. I've always felt very comfortable as a writer and being very content with being in the background and helping other people. When I wrote Issues, it was kind of the first very personal song that I had written about a fight I had with my ex. And it was just so crazy why we were fighting that I wrote this song that day. And it was actually the day Sorry went #1 on Billboard. And that's how I remember, and then I'll never forget it. And we wrote it in like an hour. It was just all of these emotions and feelings coming out at once. And when it came time to it, it was the very first time that I had ever kept a song to myself. I've never done that before. I've always been like, here, take it.
And you told everyone this is off limits, this is mine, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people were not so happy about that.
Did anyone try to make an offer for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell us who?
No. But yes.
Can you tell us
definitely.
what it rhymes with? No.
No. But that was the first time, and I sent it to Charlie Walk, who works at Republic, who signed me. And I was like, because he was the first one that was like, you're an artist. And I was like, nah. And he was
Charlie.
like, you're an idiot. Also an artist. And I was like, no. And I sent it to him, and I was like, what do you think of this? And he was like, well, that depends. What's the context? And I was like, well, I think I want to just put it out and see what it does.
They're like, hey, remember that time you said I was an artist?
And you're an idiot?
I was like, well,
About that.
Yeah. He really did it though. He like took me to the Carole King musical, like really wooed me. I was like, okay, Charlie.
Yep.
It worked.
And it seems like he had the right idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Guy knows
actually
what he's doing.
a really inspiring musical. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely go see it.
How
Good to
nervous
know.
were you releasing the mini album? Were you scared?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What was last night like for
Every
you?
day leading up to, I'm like, guys, is this good? I'm freaking out. It's like texting everyone, is the production right? Hey, did we turn up the vocals on blah blah blah? I'm like freaking out. And just the last 24 hours, everybody's been so supportive and loving, and so I'm like, oh, okay.
It is very good.
I can
Yeah.
breathe. Thank you.
Well,
I
there's
just-
a lot goes into like then you think there's album art and you have to like worry about the colors and the font.
Yeah.
Like you're like, what? I don't why.
Yeah,
Well, can you
there's
talk
so
about
many
body art real
little
quick?
things
Yeah.
that come with it.
Open up your hand real quick.
I saw that.
What-
Love it.
Says I love you.
It distracted me for a second. I was like, did she write a note in her hand? Is this like
no.
their names are Carla, Marie, and Anthony? Don't forget.
No, I've got a lot of those.
How many? What do you have that's visible?
Like right now?
I mean, I've got quite a few.
Same
What-
place
That
or
are
all
visible.
different tattoo shops?
A lot of them are the same people. I have two guys that I go to. One I do black and white with, and one I do color
Cool.
with. Yeah.
Which one do you regret the most? There has to be one.
Is there a name?
somewhere.
Okay,
There's a name.
I do kind of regret this one. It's my lotus, but it looks like an artichoke.
It does.
yes.
It's a pink
kinda-
artichoke.
and I got it the day that my ex broke up with me the first time. I know, I'm a mess. Guys,
We all
I'm
are.
a mess.
You got to write a song about him called Artichoke.
Yeah.
Please.
And I thought,
I hope you
like an
artichoke.
idiot, that I could combat emotional pain with physical pain. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
Turns out you can't.
Not smart.
You can say it's a succulent, though.
No, yeah, I guess so. But it's one
They're
of those
trendy.
Said
ones
no
when
cool
I see
person
it and
ever.
I'm like,
No cool person ever said, "Hey, see this tattoo
hey,
of my
do you like
succulent?
my succulent?
Here's
Yeah,
my succulent tattoo."
not cute. Not cute.
Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
Do you guys have tattoos?
I do. I have wrists and then one that I regret that I've had 17 sessions getting it removed and it's still not off. No. On my hip. Hibiscus flower that doesn't look like a flower. No, it looks like a bruise.
Damn flowers.
I'm too hairy to get tattoos,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, they shave you.
Yeah, but then it grows back, and then it's even weirder.
You can use the hair as part of the tattoo, though.
Like the outline of a wolf, and I'll just leave it there. First off, thank you so much for hanging out with
Yeah.
us.
Thank you for
But
having me.
more importantly, congratulations on the
Seriously.
mini album.
Thank
High
you.
five. High five Friday.